When you think of the history of America and the current events of America, a serious question should be asked. Can white Americans be true Christians? The image is showing the Reverend Billy Graham, and he teaches what many prominent pastors across America have taught. And they say that the Jews are God's chosen people. But if you know the Bible, such as the scriptures that are displayed in my old Facebook post, you'll see that this is contrary to what the scriptures teach. Bible's story about the 12 tribes of Israel is like a parable about the entire human race, which is why Galatians chapter 4 verse 24 speaks of the children of Abraham being an allegory. But nobody teaches this because the leading tribes that fell out of favor with God became just like the heathen that they look like, as indicated by Ezekiel chapter 25 verse 8 saying, "The house of Judah is like the heathen." Check out my previous video about the true color of Jesus, who came to earth to be part of the house of Judah and tell them about their treasonous ways. This is why nothing is more deceitful than the traditional teachings of white preachers saying the Jews are God's chosen people, the house of Judah. Remember, it was the first Jew, Judah himself, who convinced all the other tribes to sell Joseph into slavery. The 28th chapter of Deuteronomy speaks of a certain tribe of Israel that would get sent into captivity again, but next time by ships to the other side of the world to a country symbolized by an eagle. And it says they would have a yoke of iron around their necks. Only one group of people fit that description, and it's not the white people who call themselves Jews. At Psalms chapter 83, verse 3 through 5, it says, "The crafty people who cut off the true identity of Israel are Confederates. And those who embrace their Confederate heritage have a long history of lynching blacks in a similar way that Christ was crucified." White preachers have a long history of lying about what the Bible says. It's a good chance they're also lying when they say this quote showing by Adolf Hitler, they claim it was a hoax. But they have no incentive to say, yes, it's true that Adolf Hitler told the truth about white America. Now showing on the screen are many scriptures in the Bible that specifically identify who the real children of Israel are. But white pastors are not sorry for concealing these truths. Whenever they show images of the children of Israel, they're always all white. And that's racist, because the Bible clearly says some of them were black. But in the video that I showed you about Jesus, it also shows some of them were white. In the same way that it was Judah's idea to sell out Joseph, who had the birthright of Israel. Yet there are black pastors that are not preaching these things either. If you are tired of these double-crossing pastors, consider getting the book called Aimed at America and discover truths that churches will not teach.